परम आदरणीय अध्यक्ष लोकसभा श्री ओम बिरला जी, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी, डॉक्टर चिन्मय पांड्या जी, स्वामी रूपेंद्र जी, डॉक्टर सचिन चतुर्वेदी जी, प्रोफेसर रसल, जैन टॉलिन, शरद पादी जी, विलियम जोन्स, रॉबर्ट ट्रेगर, distinguished spiritual leaders who are here today, esteemed global AI experts, and dear young friends. It's indeed an honor and privilege for me to be present here today on this AI Impact Summit's pre-event. मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ, मैं बहुत बहुत हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ डॉक्टर चिन्मय पांड्या जी का, पूरे गायत्री परिवार का, कि ये जो AI इम्पैक्ट समिट जो हम फरवरी में होस्ट करेंगे उसके जो प्री इवेंट्स हो रहे हैं, आज इत्तेफाक से ये 21वां प्री इवेंट है, परंतु मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि यह अब तक से जितने प्री इवेंट हुए हैं इम्पैक्ट समिट के, उन सब से कहीं ज़्यादा वृहद, कहीं ज़्यादा व्यापक, इतने एक्सपर्ट्स एक साथ स्टेज पर, ग्लोबल एक्सपर्ट्स आई हैड नेवर सीन. सो एक्सट्रीमली ग्रेटफुल, थैंकफुल टू Gayatri Parivar and Dr. Chinmaya Pandya ji for bringing all of us together on this platform to deliberate on the key issues about AI, about applications of AI to spirituality, about faith, and about how it's impacting all of us in everyday's life. We heard stories about how AI is good as well as AI has issues. Professor Sachin Chaturvedi ji spoke about it, Dr. Chinmaya Pandya ji spoke about it. But as we gather here at this historic confluence of faith and future, I am reminded of a profound Sanskrit verse. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyit dukhbhav bhavet. What does it mean? May all beings be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see goodness, and may no one suffer. This ancient prayer from our Upanishads embodies not just a spiritual aspiration, but a technological imperative for our AI-driven future. India's strategy for artificial intelligence is based on the principle of AI for all and AI for social good. Today, I see artificial intelligence not merely as lines of code or computational algorithms, but as a manifestation of the eternal principle of dharma, righteous duty that upholds cosmic order. Just as our scriptures teach us that knowledge should lead to welfare, vidya dadati vinayam, knowledge bestows humility, so too must AI be guided by wisdom, ethics, and unwavering commitment to human welfare. We need to avoid situations in which AI bots, as Professor Chinmaya mentioned, tries to be cunning, tries to be clever, tries to fool humanity. And that's where the whole principle of human at the center of AI development applications takes the forefront. This whole concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, as embodied during the G20 that India hosted, the world is one family, has never been more relevant. AI today transcends geographical boundaries, linguistic barriers, and cultural differences to serve humanity as a whole. This is not just India's vision, this is our gift to the world. And as we look at regulating AI, as we look at building AI for larger social good, we have to look at how do we bring the whole world together in coming to a global governance framework which incentivizes use of AI for innovation and limits the applications of AI that can result in user harm. In India, under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we have embarked on one of the world's most ambitious AI initiatives. The India AI mission, with an investment of almost $1.2 billion, 10,300 crores, represents our commitment to democratizing AI for all. We have built one of the world's largest AI compute infrastructures, making accessible compute accessible to researchers, to startups, to industry, to entrepreneurs at a very low cost. The cost at which compute is available today for our entrepreneurs is around rupees 65 per GPU per hour, as compared to the global prices of almost $3 per GPU per hour. We have also kind of trying to incentivize startups industry to build applications to solve problem statements in various domains. We have almost 30 AI applications across agriculture, healthcare, education, governance, where we are trying to climate change, which we are trying to scale up to deploy across the country. We have 4 centers of excellence that have already enhanced health telemedicine consultations and provided AI recommended diagnosis to millions of citizens. India now leads globally in AI skills penetration as per the Stanford AI Index report 2025. The way we are looking at AI, the way we are trying to develop India's foundational models, India's ChatGPT, company like Sarvam, Socket, we are developing it. We are primarily looking at developing a voice-based LLM. How can we make voice? In India, we have 900 million people connected to the internet, but we have 500 million people who are yet to be connected. For them, we will need services in all Indian languages, primarily voice. So what we are trying to build as example is that imagine a farmer in a remote village calling a toll-free number with a feature phone, with a 2,000 rupees feature phone and asking what should I do to my crop, how much water I should use, कौन सा हम fertilizer लगाएं, कौन सी pesticide लगाएं. And then AI-powered chatbots will provide real-time advice on soil health, pest management and crop optimization in local languages. Our drone-based precision farming has improved yields by 20 to 30% while reducing input costs by 15%. And this is the true potential of AI that we are looking at. What does AI do when I and you use it? We use it for primarily Gen AI, ChatGPT and Gemini and Grok and Claude. So what does it do? It helps us becoming more efficient. We are able to do more with less. I am able to analyze long-term documents instead of searching for the Vivekananda's poem across the internet. I am able to just give a prompt and get it immediately. It saves me time, it makes me more efficient, it makes me more productive. If the same efficiency and productivity is transferred to other sectors of the economy, like agriculture, if the farmer becomes more efficient and effective, his income goes up. If a small retailer or MSME becomes more efficient, his income will go up, his productivity will go up, his personal income will go up, and that will also contribute to the national income. And that is key for India's movement from journey from $4 trillion economy to a $30 trillion economy by 2047, when we become a developed nation, Viksit Bharat, as our Prime Minister has given the vision. We are integrating platforms with our education system. Today, AI can personalize learning for every child. Whether it's a student with learning disabilities or brilliant mind in a remote village, AI ensures that quality education reaches everyone. Our AI-powered diagnostic tools can now detect autism early, giving every child the chance to reach their full potential. AI-enhanced e-Sanjeevani platform, which has revolutionized telemedicine. Rural mothers can access expert medical advice, and our AI system predicts extreme climate events that affect public health. We are not just treating diseases, we are preventing them through intelligent prediction and early intervention. In the realm of scientific research, AI is proving to be a powerful ally. AI-driven drug discovery is revolutionizing medicine, with AI-designed drugs achieving 80 to 90% success rates in trials compared to traditional 40 to 65%. Development timelines are shrinking from decades to just 3 to 6 years, potentially saving millions of lives through faster access to life-saving treatments. AI is helping us decode the mysteries of protein structures, predict molecular interactions, and identify new therapeutic targets. We are leveraging these capabilities to address diseases that disproportionately affect our population, ensuring that scientific breakthroughs serve our people first. No wonder that last year's, the top 2 Nobel Prizes went to AI researchers and entrepreneurs and experts. Now the question comes in, like some may question, how can technology serve spirituality? But I will submit to you that when developed responsibly, AI embodies the highest spiritual principles. Today, AI-powered meditation apps, a lot of entrepreneurs who have built meditation apps, provide personalized spiritual guidance, how digital platforms make ancient scriptures accessible to millions, and how AI chatbots like Gita GPT help people navigate life's challenges through timeless wisdom. We have also taken up a project called Gyan Bharatam, wherein all our ancient manuscripts, whether in Pali, Prakrit, Brahmi, scripts that were not very commonly understood, these manuscripts are today being digitized and being made accessible to all by enabling translation, transcription, and integrating them with AI systems. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us about Nishkam Karma, selfless action, AI systems that work tirelessly without ego, without personal agenda, serving humanity's needs are perhaps the purest expression of this principle. When we build AI that diagnoses diseases, predicts natural disaster, help farmers optimize crops, we create technology that serves without seeking reward. But with great power comes great responsibility. As the Mahabharata reminds us, Dharmo rakshati rakshitya. Dharma protects those who protect dharma. Our approach to AI must be grounded in the principles of fairness, transparency, accountability, privacy, and non-harm. How do we ensure that AI systems are fair, how do we ensure that users at individual level or at community level are not harmful? AI needs to follow the path of dharma, prioritizing the welfare of all human beings over narrow commercial interests. This means building AI that is inclusive, accessible, and beneficial to the most vulnerable sections of our society. Professor Sachin Chaturvedi ji will call it AEI, Access, Equity and Inclusion. As we look towards 2026, when India will host the India AI Impact Summit, we envision an AI ecosystem that truly embodies Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Let all be happy. The summit is around one mantra of impact, how AI is impacting the three, and then we look at impacting what? Three key pillars, which are looking at three sutras of people, planet, progress. How is AI impacting humans? How is AI impacting planets? How to build sustainable AI? And how can AI contribute to progress? And then around that, what we have done is we have created 7 themes, which we are calling it 7 chakras. What are these 7 chakras? Human capital, inclusion for social empowerment, safe and trusted AI, resilience, innovation and efficiency, science, democratizing AI resources, and AI for economic growth and social good. The summit will focus on not just building technology, but we will showcase to the world as how India is building a future where every farmer has access to AI-powered advice, every student receives personalized education, patients get medical care, citizens can interact with government in their own language, and every researcher has access to compute and modern algorithms. Our vision extends beyond India's boundaries. Just as our ancient wisdom has enriched global thought, our AI innovations will serve humanity worldwide. We are working towards making India the use case capital of AI, demonstrating how technology can solve real-world problems at scale. Friends, as we stand at the historic moment, let us remember that we are not just technologists or policymakers, we are trustees of humanity's future. The AI that we build today will shape generations to come. Let it be guided by the eternal principles of truth, compassion, and universal welfare. The Rig Veda teaches us about Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Truth is one, but the wise call it by many names. Whether we call it AI, whether we call it machine learning or digital transformation, the truth remains the same. Technology must serve life, enhance human dignity, and promote universal flourishing. As we integrate AI with spirituality through the sessions and the discussion that will go throughout the day today, let us ensure that our machines not only compute but also care, not only analyze but also empathize, not only optimize but also inspire. This is our dharmic duty, our sacred responsibility. May the AI we build today become a source of liberation from ignorance, poverty and suffering. May it fulfill the ancient prayer, Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya, lead us from darkness to light. Thank you, and may our collective efforts today create an AI-enabled world where every being can achieve their highest potential. Dhanyawad and Jai Hind. Thank you.
भाई साहब ने बंद कर दिया बोलना।
हम बस क्या हो गया, हमने भी बंद कर दिया, रिकॉर्डिंग तो चली रही है।
कमेंट शिफ्ट 5 हाँ स्टॉप।